the impact of digital shopping on interiors, functional versus decorative, and the antiques of the future. That and more on today's episode.
Want to know what's next? For over 2 decades, we've led the world's most influential brands to create the right products at the right time for tomorrow's consumer. This is WGSN's Client Questions Answered.
Hello, and welcome to the show where our experts from around the globe unpack your biggest challenges. This week is part 1 of a 2-week interior special, delving into some of the questions that you asked us during last month's WGSN Live. I'm Carla Bazzashi, President and CEO at WGSN. Let's get started. Our first question comes from a client asking, in times of inflation, is the consumer going to prefer functional products over decorative ones? A really great question. So let's head over to Gemma Roberti, WGSN's Head of Interiors in London, to hear her take.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a matter of either or between functional and decorative, even in times of inflation, because there's definitely a very important focus on prioritizing reliable, functional products that have the versatility to adapt in the long term to the ways that consumers are living, working, and playing in their homes. Nonetheless, a decorative aspect, that jewelry for the home, will still have a very key role to play to bring up a smile, to deliver a personal, uplifting touch, which is also very important in times of upheaval. So I would say that decorative and functional actually can complement each other. A practical product can still look very good beyond the core functionality, and something decorative needs to go beyond the mere aesthetics and serve a purpose, even just emotional, to persuade consumers to invest in them as a hero, a statement piece for their homes.
Amazing. Thank you, Gemma. Our next question comes from a client asking, how is digital shopping going to impact the interiors industry? For this, we're heading to Paris to hear from Lisa White, our Director of Interiors. Over to you, Lisa.
Digital shopping is already happening. From Lowe's in the US to La Redoute in France to IKEA globally, AI and VR shopping is facilitating consumers' lives and driving business. It's all about making shopping for interiors easy, letting consumers download and visualize products in 3D, dropping them into their house spaces so that they can play around with size, placement, and color. Inspirational show houses are also available to shop from. Media brand Mashable recently unveiled a 3D home with shoppable content from Walmart. Users can navigate the Mashable home to find ideas in the visuals, the editorial content, videos, and interactive games, all mixed with products for purchase. The home features a fireplace, plants, and a dog, making shoppers feel at home and embodying the digital cozy trend we've been reporting on at WGSN Interiors.
Brilliant insight there. Thank you, Lisa. You can head to WGSN.com to read more about the rise of the digital cozy trend. Our final question for today comes from a client asking, what are going to be the antiques of the future? For this one, we're heading to New York to hear from Cassandra Gagnon, our analyst for interiors. Over to her now.
The antiques of the future will, in part, include designs already of the past. An appreciation for vintage home goods, championed largely by younger generations, has shown continued growth on different levels, with millennials preferring furniture and Gen Z collecting smaller kitchen and decor goods. From rattan peacock chairs to the Sears and Roebuck Merry Mushroom collection, a number of must-have items has emerged. I can see colorful glassware, kitschy ceramics, retro bar carts, and even handmade textiles like quilts and afghans holding strong moving forward. As far as products that are modern but with a future heirloom appeal, look to pieces with a minimalist, maximalist balance. Ones that encapsulate personal expression while still having a timeless finish. Think sculptural candle holders in neutral hues or classic cookware in bold shades. These will entice consumers to cherish and hold on to these pieces even in times of economic uncertainty, as they marry practical functionality with joyful design.
Great stuff. Thanks, Cassandra. That's it for this week. If you have any questions or comments that you'd like answered, please pop them in the comments box for our team. I'm Carla Bazzashi, and I'll see you next time.